students, welcome back. You must have seen something crawling on the wall of your houses. Yes, you are absolutely correct. These are lizards and they are included in the class Reptilia. So now we are starting off with a discussion about the characters of the class Reptilia. The second class of the class Tetrapoda is the class Reptilia, and in this class the animals are included which crawl either on the ground, or you would have seen the animals that crawl on the walls of your houses also. The body of the reptilians is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Their skin is dry and cornified without any glands, but in case of male lizard, a gland known as the femoral gland is present. Some lizards and snakes, they do not have limbs. Example, the Ophiosaurus lizard, which is a limbless lizard. Their exoskeleton is made up of horny epidermal scales or bony plates, and the respiration is done by lungs throughout the life, except in the members of the order Chelonia, which also respire through their cloaca. So they have cloacal respiration. This diagram shows the morphology of the reptilian body, in which there is a long slim body, 8 to 15 centimeter long. The forelimbs have 4 digits and hind limbs have 5 digits. Dark brown skin is present on the upper parts, and sometimes green spots are also present, and the underparts are light colored, usually yellow. There is a long flat tail at the posterior end, and there are black eyes, usually with paler lids. The heart is incompletely 4-chambered with 2 complete auricles and 2 incomplete ventricles. So the auricles are completely separated, but the ventricles are not completely separated. The crocodiles, they have completely divided 4-chambered heart with 2 completely divided auricles and 2 completely divided ventricles. The sinus venosus is ill-developed and the truncus arteriosus is absent. There is only one occipital condyle present in the skull. This occipital condyle is an undersurface protuberance. Present in the skull. So it is 1 in number in case of reptilia, so they have a monocondylic skull. The centrum of the vertebrae are procoelous type. The procoelous type of the vertebrae is that vertebrae in which the vertebrae is anteriorly concave and it is posteriorly convex. A chevron bone is found in the caudal vertebrae of these animals, and metanephric kidney helps in excretion. There are 12 pair of cranial nerves. At the roof of the buccal cavity, an olfactory organ known as the Jacobson's organ is present. They are mostly oviparous, but some forms are also viviparous. The amount of yolk that is present in their eggs is polylecithal, that means a large amount of yolk is present, or telolecithal, that means the yolk is concentrated only on one end of the egg. Either it is animal pole or vegetal pole. All 3 embryonic membranes, that is the amnion, chorion and allantois, are present. So this class is grouped under the Amniota group. The cleavage is discoidal and neuroblastic. In the discoidal cleavage, what happens is that the cleavage furrow do not enter into the yolk. And in meroblastic cleavage, a disc of cell is produced at the animal pole of the egg. The development is direct, meaning no larval stage is present. These animals are cold-blooded or poikilotherms, And the reptilians are classified into 5 subclasses on the basis of presence or absence of temporal fossae in the temporal region of a skull and on the number of the temporal fossae present. So these temporal fossae are present here in the skull. These are shallow depressions in the skull. If you have any other doubts, you can post them for free on askiitians.com. On the Ask IITian page, you will find the option of discussion board. So on the page of discussion board, you can post your questions under the Ask Experts by selecting various categories in this white box. And by clicking on the Get Answer, you can get the answers of your questions within the next 24 to 48 hours. So students, in this part we discussed about the characters of the class Reptilia and the examples that are included in this class. In the next part, we'll start off with a discussion about the next class, that is the class Aves, and this includes the birds.